seara și bine v-am găsit! Sunt Cristina Baghiu la o nouă emisiune IT Zone. De data aceasta avem un invitat special nu doar prin ceea ce aduce nou în domeniul tehnologiei și prin ceea ce ne va prezenta, ci și prin faptul că nu e de pe meleagurile noastre. Îl avem alături de noi pe Muhammad Imran, researcher, cercetător la Bruno Kessler Institute din Italia. Restul întâlnirii noastre se va desfășura în limba engleză, dar vom traduce pe cât posibil, astfel încât să puteți fi aproape de ceea ce vă povestim. So, welcome Muhammad, and we are very happy to have you here.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You have a very interesting background in research and AI, and actually this is the reason that you are here. Can you tell us more about your journey, about what inspired you in this field of artificial intelligence? And now I'm going to very briefly translate. Acum voi traduce foarte repede. Muhammad are experiență foarte interesantă în zona cercetării și inteligenței artificiale și l-am rugat să se prezinte. Please.
So that story goes back to 2019 when I started my PhD, and at that time I was inspired from Google DeepMind. There is a company in UK. So they developed an algorithm. That algorithm beat human being. So that algorithm, like the game of chess, game of Go, and when they beat the human being, that was a turning point in history of AI, especially reinforcement learning. And after this, we saw in 2019 there is another architecture that is called transformer. So they use this algorithm developed by Google DeepMind and Google, so they come up with this ChatGPT. So during 19, I started my PhD from Spencer University of Rome. So I was a project of manufacturing. So that thing inspired me how we can leverage this technology to take benefit for the human being. So this is my motivation, how we can use this technology to help the human being to create effective knowledge for the communities they are not able to access the quality of knowledge. So this is the main objective of my choice to go for this AI.
Muhammad ne spune că a ales domeniul pentru că a fost pasionat de direcția de a utiliza tehnologia în scopul binelui. Okay, thank you, Muhammad. Again, we are coming back to the AI and the way it is reshaping. It is reshaping industries, it is reshaping the way we are working, living, taking choices, and so on. How do you see AI transforming the workforce in the next 10, 15 years, or maybe earlier? And translation. Întrebarea mea către tine este cum vezi impactul inteligenței artificiale asupra modului în care vom lua decizii, vom lucra și vom colabora în următorii 10-15 ani sau poate chiar mai devreme?
I think we don't need to think about 4, 5 or 10 years. We need to think about 2 to 3 years. The pace of changing of technology in every field, like in education, like in manufacturing, like in medical, like in finance industry, in every field, is across the board that is affecting of each field. First, we can take example of education, like in school or universities we have different department. One of them teacher we have students, and we have administrative. So by leveraging AI, especially generative AI, we can reduce the task of burden of the students and the teachers and administrative. What it mean? It means teacher can use this technology to develop their courses. They can check assignments. They can collect feedback real time during the classes. Like if somebody is participating in a class, what is the status of that student? And on the basis of this feedback, the teacher can help out that specific individual so he is lacking behind. So in this way we are developing some personalized learning. Education, right now, our current situation is we have only one way to teach our student that is going to change very fast. We cannot teach any student in the same way. Like in our class, we have a projector and we have one faculty member and 50 students. Maybe in 50 students, we have one student, he don't like this instruction. Maybe he will learn from different way. He will learn from visuals. He will learn from some other teaching methodology. We have a 7 teaching methodology, visuals, we have verbal, we have any gaming technology. So this is one of the field education that is affecting very, very fast.
Coming back to education, isn't there a danger that AI will not support independent thinking and creative thinking, because it's very easy to ask AI to think in your place?
You are right. So there is a danger that is called cognitive decay. So that cognitive decay means student will try to rely on this generated text, they solve. So here is the critical part comes to the teachers, what they need to do. They need to develop a tool that is not only for helping student to solve their problem, but they need to make enough capable to the student they can solve problem. We don't need tools. They are working for student. We need tool. They are helping student, and student can learn what is actually main objective. So these tools need to be developed for problem solver, for critical thinking, and they must be in line with the culture of each society. The culture is very important for learning perspective and all these things.
Let me very briefly translate. Mohammad a ridicat o problemă foarte interesantă legată de riscul ca AI-ul, pe de o parte, să creeze întârziere cognitivă, astfel încât studenții să nu mai poată gândi autonom. Potențialul care va transforma industria educației, care e subiectul acum al discuției, este legat de cum putem să dezvoltăm instrumente care să ajute învățarea personalizată și să-i pună pe studenți să își folosească la maxim posibilitățile. Thank you. What about other industries apart from education that are going to be impacted by
other
AI?
industry, like one of the top backbone of every country, every economy is manufacturing. So in manufacturing, we have a process, and in this process, we have some steps. Like we have some damages in our assembly lines, like we can consider that we have supply chain issue. We have during COVID, we have a lot of supply chain issue. How AI and generative AI can help us to overcome this situation. In this process, we have some steps we can solve by using AI. That is called like planning and scheduling. We have minimum resources. We want maximum output as investors, and we also need to take care of sustainable development goal. So one advantage is we are using this AI to optimize our processes. That processes include every process from manufacturing goods, from e-commerce, for anything, anything that involve time constraint. So any process in industry that involve time, so we can leverage this technology to reduce that time to the whole process, and we can come up with the new product. These are the direct benefits. And the indirect benefits are we are using less energy because energy is expensive, so we cannot rely all the time on heavy energy availability. So we are using less energy, we are polluting our environment less because we have a less waste, and we have a high quality product, and we have best use of our resources. So we are using efficient resources, less energy consumption, and maximum output with minimum environmental effect.
În regulă. O altă direcție în care inteligența artificială va impacta pozitiv activitatea noastră este domeniul producției, manufacturing, în care, folosind optimizarea proceselor, vom reuși, pe de o parte, să fim mai eficienți, să consumăm mai puține resurse, să creștem productivitatea, dar vom avea și beneficii indirecte legate de reducerea consumului de energie sau alte tipuri de resurse naturale. Can we have a third example? So we had education, we had manufacturing, and now what
we have
else?
Cybersecurity.
Okay.
Cybersecurity is, I mean, if we have everything developed and if we are not able to secure that, so it means that's not effective. So cybersecurity attacks like on our infrastructure, on our education. Maybe somebody can hack this online developed platform and they put a harmful content on that, and student will learn because they are student. We are the teacher. This is our responsibility to provide secure tools to our kids, not the kids' responsibility to work on that part. So this is our responsibility. So AI especially affecting a lot these days, because in this way we can generate millions attack within 1 second. So this is a very important, like we can see we have infrastructure attack in the USA. They attack on their infrastructure, energy. There is no energy. Similarly, education. Similarly, our medical history. If somebody have a power to attack on our medical history, so they can take all of our data, personal information, and they can use in this personal information not only our medical history. They can take our identity card. They can take our
identity as a whole.
Yeah, as a whole, everybody have a digital identity these days. We have a wallet and we have bank account online we are saving, and we have everything online. So if we are not able to secure all these things, so that is what is the purpose of that. So this is the most important pillar of implementing any generative AI, any artificial intelligence application tools to the factory, to the society, to education institute. We need secure system, secure infrastructure by developing secure algorithms, by secure frameworks. Like in my current institute, especially Cybersecurity Center, I am the part of Security and Trust Unit. Before launching any application, we make sure that if there is a loophole in this, so we need to adjust that hole. We can take that simple example. If we are building some and if we don't have a strong foundation, if we put a hole on our foundation, so that building is not going to stand. So this is the foundation of every digital application developed by these days, and data is very more important, and this AI build on data, and this AI can also attack on our personal life, professional life, our social life, our family life. They can change anything, anytime, anybody wants.
Ok. Muhammad spune că, având în vedere că vorbim de foarte multe date personale, date medicale, date legate de modul în care funcționăm ca individ sau ca organizație, securitatea cibernetică este cărămida de la baza a oricărei dezvoltări de soluție sau produs, și a venit cu un exemplu foarte frumos. Atunci când construim o casă, dacă la fundație avem găuri, casa poate să arate extraordinar de bine, dar se va prăbuși în scurt timp. Okay, it was a very powerful example with the house and the whole foundation, and I think it's something that our audience can very much relate to, because our thinking, we are working in our digital hub, we are working with a lot of companies that are developing either solutions, digital solutions for different topics, or they want to digitally transform their organization. And sometimes we need to stress out the fact that cybersecurity is or should be included by design. And it's not something optional, and it's not something related to, I don't know, do you have a firewall or do you have antivirus? It's something that should be embedded.
I mean, this is this should be embedded from scratch.
Yeah.
We need to consider that because this is not only 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 days things. This is a life learning. If somebody is working now, maybe next team, next whatever is going to work, they always consider cybersecurity. Everybody wants their home secure. Why? Because we need a secure place where we can work, where we can share information, we can trust each other, and then we can grow. So everything based on trust, and when we have a trust on our system, then we can grow without any fear. We can share our ideas, we can share anything what we want. So this is, I think, a very, very important for any organizations, especially, I mean, anything like especially when we are embedding like infrastructure, such as energy infrastructures, our education, our banking system. So they need to be considered from everything, especially for the startup, because startup don't have any resources, but they do need to understand from the starting point, we need this firewall, we need this functionality in our system, whatever application we are developing. So, and how we can overcome these things? We have 3 ways. One way, we can give awareness to the public. They are using our system. So when they are using our system, they need to know what are the functionalities we are providing. And the second, we need to test against all threats. In-house testing before launching. Before launching. We need to do in-house testing. And third one, maybe we can come up with other cross-checking, cross-frameworks. They are security providers. We can hire some services from, because as a startup, we cannot be everything in our home, so maybe we can hire. At the end, simple point is we need secure application by any way. So this is very important.
Ok. Am discutat acum despre importanța încrederii, creării unui sistem de încredere, fie atunci când dezvoltăm o soluție, fie atunci când comunicăm ceea ce vrem să facem și ce informații colectăm cu ajutorul ei. Și Muhammad ne recomandă o abordare în 3 pași. În primul rând, să creăm conștientizare că securitatea cibernetică este importantă, că datele pe care le colectăm sunt sensibile și protejate în același timp, să testăm că ceea ce facem este în siguranță înainte de lansare și pasul 3, să verificăm în permanență că nu suntem expuși la amenințări sau necunoscute suplimentare. Thank you. Very, very good discussion so far. I'm thinking back about AI, and my question is, do you think that AI will create more jobs than it eliminates? Because we are optimizing, we are automating, we are analyzing things that people were used to do by themselves. Even you can analyze Excel files and data with the support of AI, which needed prior data analyst. So are there any new roles that you foresee that will come, or do you have a research on that?
I think the nature of job is changed. Job will be remain, but the nature of job, like after ChatGPT, when we are on our system, when we are querying to our system, our thinking, personal thinking is changed. Now we are searching online on Google and ChatGPT. They are 2 different things. So my answer of this question is, so these jobs will remain. They create new job, but the nature of the job is changed, and we need to adopt new skills. Like I mentioned, maybe some hard-coded repetitive task. If some task is repeating every time, so maybe that will be eliminated. And what we need to do, we need to learn how we can make more from this opportunity. If somebody is doing my half work, so this time is saving for me, so where I am going to invest my time. So we need more critical on the output of that task. You see, we have time and we need more critical analysis of our output from our AI generated results. So we need to be more creative. and the average people, the average skill set is not anymore the part of your job. You need to be very, very specific, very, very excellent, and very, very domain oriented. So there is no place for the people they are thinking they will be work like that in, like if somebody is working in public sector, they think like we are a permanent employee, so we can retain until our retirement. No, these things are changing very fast. If somebody came to in government next year and he will adopt this technology, there is new job, but there is a new skills you can learn and you can do for work. Yes, they will reduce some jobs, but they will create millions of jobs also. There is no deficiency in a job. There is only deficiency is to learn new skill. These skills are critical thinking, problem solving, and adaptive learning. We cannot rely on yesterday's skills. We can only rely on our future skills, what we are learning now. This is the main outcome from this wave of AI.
Ok, let me translate. Întrebarea mea către Muhammad era legată de faptul că e posibil ca AI-ul să reducă un număr destul de mare de joburi, poate chiar mai mare decât cel pe care le creează, și răspunsul este foarte simplu. Nu se vor schimba rolurile, ci natura lor, modul în care le facem. Adică va fi în continuare nevoie de oameni care să lucreze și în administrație publică, și în educație, și în zona medicală, dar diferențiatorul va fi cum vor lucra, și atunci apar noi cerințe, noi competențe pe care trebuie să le adopte cineva. Acestea fiind în gândire critică, în capacitatea de a rezolva probleme și învățarea adaptativă. Nu ne mai putem baza pe modul în care s-au întâmplat lucrurile în anii trecuți. Acum 5 ani, acum 5 luni sau acum 50 de ani. Very good answers. Can we give some examples about some new roles that are going to be triggered by AI? Okay, we have the old roles with a new format. You need to be more creative. You need to be more adaptive towards learning. You will use the AI as your agent, your assistant. But are there any new roles coming out? Because we need to safeguard some steps and processes towards AI adoption.
Like one of the very in role is prompt engineering, because when we interact with these models, we need to craft a prompt that is actually interaction with this model, and how quality it's depend what output we are expecting from model, so that depend on your prompt. That's the prompt engineering.
Ok. Mai avem doar un minut din această prima parte a emisiunii. Am fost aici împreună cu colegul nostru Muhammad Imran, researcher la Institutul Bruno Kessler din Italia, și e foarte interesantă discuția despre cum modifică inteligența artificială viitorul muncii. Reveniți după pauză cu a doua parte a emisiunii IT Zone. Bună seara și bine ați revenit, dragi telespectatori, la a doua parte a emisiunii IT Zone. Sunt Cristina Baghiu și sunt în această seară împreună cu un invitat internațional, Muhammad Imran, cercetător, expert în inteligență artificială la Institutul Bruno Kessler din Italia. Am discutat în prima parte a emisiunii despre cum schimbă inteligența artificială viitorul forței de muncă, cum apar noi roluri și cum trebuie să se adapteze noul mod de a lucra, învăța, educa, preda, lua decizii într-o lume dominată de date și de inteligență artificială. Voi continua în limba engleză cu Muhammad, dar voi traduce pentru telespectatori câteva idei esențiale despre discuția noastră. So, Muhammad, thank you. Again, we are in our second part of our discussion. You were saying something about new roles which are related to AI adoption, and one of your examples was prompt engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we elaborate more on that?
I mean, prompt engineering is look like that when we write something to get answer from our models. So it's depend on the quality of your prompt. Prompt, basically we are writing and getting information. So prompt engineering is the art. How beautiful, how attractive, or how much technically valid prompt you will write, you will get the more answer from your large language model.
And vice versa. If you are asking garbage,
if you are asking garbage comes in, garbage comes out.
Yes.
So there's a very simple nature. So this is very important because let's consider that large language model is ocean of trained weights and the data from the all web, and we need to specifically hit on our specific question, and then we need specific answer. So we need to be very specific. Any generic person cannot be much efficient to get that answer what other expert can get. This is one example of prompt engineering. And also like the other role are coming on agentic management consultant, functional consultant, and the real consultant. They are using this technology. They are performing very well as the consultant. They are not using this technology because these consultants have the skills, but they are not using these tools. But the consultant, they have the skills and they are also using these tools. They are coming with a hybrid consultancy. So this is a very important concept in consultancy world, the hybrid consultancy. You have a hybrid analysis and you have individual analysis and you have a generative artificial intelligence analysis. So all these things are merging together, and only thing is important is a prompt. And any expert can write better prompt. If you are expert in cybersecurity, you are expert in management, you can better write a prompt as me. I am expert in AI, so you are better than me, of course. This is there is no way we can change. So I mean, again, the role will remain, but the nature of the work, nature of answer getting solution will change.
Muhammad ne-a dat acum exemple despre modul în care rolul rămâne, dar natura în care se va derula acesta este diferită, cum ar fi exemplul unui inginer de prompturi, prompt engineer, care trebuie să descrie cât mai corect, detaliat și la nivelul unui expert în domeniu ceea ce se cere, pentru că altfel va primi rezultate eronate, sau exemplul consultanței hibride în care se folosește atât omul cât și agentic AI, astfel încât să se eficientizeze și în același timp să se obțină informații și recomandări foarte valoroase. That's great. Thank you. Well, it's quite scary because we are putting here on the table a lot of new roles or new ways of doing the old consulting, the old writing, the old thinking, or creating a presentation. Is there a way for people to learn about them? Are there any formal courses to become, I don't know, a prompt engineer?
Yes. And actually on Google we have a lot of free resources available on Microsoft, and we also have some courses on YouTube available, and if you guys need any help on that, I will be very happy to provide all these resources, because I truly believe that if we want to compete, any individual, any organization, any society, they need to be forefront of education, because when you learn, you understand what's going on, and then you can implement if it's according to your culture, according to your nature, according to your values, because individual societies, everybody have a values. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of resources available on Google for education. There's a very good source I am using also for that. And especially these days in my current project, Married. So we are also preparing some short courses on that, and since also you are part of that project, it's very helpful for us to learn from your experience, and it's also beneficial for you guys, so you can take advantage of our courses. Because this is not only me. In this we have 4 universities and we have 5 centers, and every year we are taking surveys, we are taking questions from industry, and we are doing research. From industry to research, we are developing an approach, the master program, that is in line with the future skills, future roles, and for future students. So yeah, we will develop these courses, and they are available on Merit website, and also European Skills platform, that is also very good. And also we have a framework like EU Digital Skills. This is very good, and if people are specifically interested in manufacturing, EIT manufacturing, this is also very good tool to learn new things. So yeah, I mean, they also have a different sectors on that too.
Întrebarea mea către Muhammad era de unde putem învăța să devenim prompt engineers sau alte roluri care sunt relevante pentru viitorul forței de muncă, și ne-a recomandat câteva resurse: Google for AI,
Education.
for Education, Google for Education, de asemenea digitalmerit.eu, care este un proiect pe care îl derulăm împreună cu ei și cu încă 4 universități din Europa, unde se dezvoltă o serie de cursuri de scurtă durată, gratuite, care pot fi accesate și de la distanță. Platforma EU Digital Skills and Jobs, iarăși o resursă foarte bună. EIT Manufacturing, care oferă la fel resurse gratuite și informații pertinente. And after announcing all of them, I have a question. I think you are recommending only valid resources, right?
Yes.
Because I think the web is full of not so valid resources and information, and maybe questionable how to do something,
yes,
right?
Because these resources are from their on sites and from recommended resources. Google, we have EIT Manufacturing, we have EU Digital Skills. All courses, they are from valid resources, so they are very valid and trustable resources, we can say that. Yeah, they are.
Deci recomandarea lui este să folosim resurse de învățare gratuite, dar din surse valide, de foarte bună reputație. Coming back to the Merit project, I think it's very interesting how you and your organization manages to collaborate, educational institutions, research centers, the market wise. Can you share some, I don't know, success stories or best practices? Because what we actually want is to bridge the gap, right, between what's happening in the academia, in the research, and what the industry needs. And the gap is bigger. I think it's increasingly complex, right? What you thought that the gap is 5 years ago is not the same gap. It's different.
It's different, yeah. I mean, in my organization, like we have very success stories, and especially if I can say from cybersecurity perspective, we have a cybersecurity center alongside with the 4 other centers from Bruno Kessler Institute, especially with the digital industry, and we have other like digital agriculture, and we have also like other centers too. So this structure is very good, because in our center we have other 3 units. So they divided people on their skill set. Cybersecurity center, we have security and trust unit, then we have applied cryptography, then we have rising. So everybody have a very specific skill set. And security and trust unit, our task is to provide security mechanism, secure framework, secure platform for the application development. And according to your question is, in Merit we have 4 universities, and we are 1 research centers, and we have SMEs, and we have a digital zone. So what we are bringing on the table, all partners, they are bringing something on the table. And what we are bringing our expertise in research. And in research, like if I have research skills, so how we can implement this research skill for the master program. So what we did in our work package, so we analyze 3 domains: AI, cybersecurity, and IoT, because these are the interconnected world. So in AI perspective, we developed this questionnaire on the basis of our findings from our deliverables, and we send these questionnaires to the industries, and we collect response from industries, and then we give suggestions, policy making. We give suggestions to the institutes. You see, on one table we have different actors. We collected information, we create questionnaire, we send to the organization, and they respond to us, and we give our finding on the basis of real-time data to the universities, and then they develop these courses on the basis of our finding. So this is a complete ecosystem from company to universities. It's a complete cycle. But right now it's not like we have a master program we develop and we train students and students go to the market. No, this is a reverse process. We develop this program on the basis of real-time data collected from industry, and we teach to the students, and they can leverage these skills for their future job. This is not only one thing. The other thing is we are collecting also feedback from students and from faculty members, and every year we are upgrading. So this is not like one time we define enough, finish. No, every year we have a new data, new technology comes in, every month is a new technology. So we are actively analyzing, actively implementing, and actively giving this opportunity to universities. They can train their students in the advanced skills what they need.
My question to you here is, can universities be as quick and agile as the needs that are coming towards them? Okay, we are assessing the needs, we are trying to bridge the gap between what the industry wants and what the students are learning, but can an academic institution adapt so quickly?
Yes, I mean, I can say in my current project, like in our previous findings, some people adopt like 80%, some adopt less. So because it's also depend infrastructures, what type of infrastructures they have, how much they can absorb, what type of program they are offering. Because like one institute there is specifically focusing on manufacturing, so they cannot adopt everything, but they can adopt what they need for their specific program. So this is also one positive point in merit project is what we are suggesting. We are not imposing everyone to adopt these things. We are giving suggestions so everybody can adopt according to your needs, but they must be adopt that specific skills on that field. They cannot be skip that recommendation. They come up with the different recommendations with on their own experience, because they are very well trained, very well, and know their alumni, they know everything. There is an alternative, that's great. We don't have any hard and fast rule to adopt our suggestions, but this merit again is very, I can say, very, very effective a way of integrating the real need of the society and to train our future students according to their. I mean, one university they accept 80%, they are very close to our expectations, and other universities they accepted only 40% maybe because their program is specifically manufacturing, and other they accepted 60%. Again, this is not only for the technical student. The other part is we are also considering non-technical students. They don't have any background from computer science. If somebody is coming from different field, so we are also offering them some conversion courses. So this is also very important, and they are also very good for students. We have also funding for their master program, and the other part is very, very benefit for the students because we have a lot of research centers. They can go and work with the real-time researchers and the laboratories and the internship with the industry. So this is a complete ecosystem. Merit is just not a program of just project. This is a complete ecosystem that comes from real time to universities and universities to again to real time. So this is a complete cycle.
Ok, Muhammad a povestit despre un exemplu de program, Digital Merit, care a pornit prin a identifica nevoia celor care lucrează în industrie, în piața reală, pentru a adopta tehnologii legate de artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things și securitate cibernetică. Aceste nevoi au fost analizate și transformate în cerințe educaționale pentru 4 universități care le-au adoptat în proporții de între 40 și 80% în programele lor de formare, urmând să mai se parcurgă periodic o buclă de verificare. Din nou, programul de formare este transmis către cei care beneficiază de el pentru a valida dacă este sau nu de utilitate. Și e un exemplu al unui întreg ecosistem în care învățarea este adaptativă, adaptive learning, și în același timp se pornește de la nevoia pieței, de la nevoia organizațiilor care lucrează acum cu diverse sisteme și provocări și se cere suportul instituțiilor de educație. Thank you. I was also thinking about digital literacy. We are talking here about a lot of words. Some of them are already buzzwords, but I doubt that everyone is familiar with them. So if we want to invest in technology adoption, is digital literacy relevant? You said that technology is rapidly changing and increasing. How can we support that?
I think we need to invest in infrastructure, and if we have a right infrastructure, and we can develop anything what we need. If technology is changing, but infrastructure mean we need computing power. We need something like investment from our public bodies to the schools. They can upgrade their infrastructures, they can upgrade their faculty members, they can upgrade their students too. So this is a way we can upgrade our infrastructure, because we don't have only infrastructure is not just only to buy a computer. Infrastructure is also we need to invest on our people. They will be able to use that computer. So this is a both way investment. We need hardware, soft investment, and we also need to upgrade on our intellectual infrastructure too. These are the two ways to catch this wave. Yeah, this is my answer to this.
Ok. Muhammad ne-a prezentat un concept interesant al creșterii literației digitale prin investiția în infrastructură, dar nu doar infrastructuri fizice, hardware, computere sau soluții digitale, ci și investiția în infrastructura noastră personală de cunoștințe. Și atunci putem în felul acesta să fim adaptați la mai multe schimbări ale tehnologiei, pentru că vom ști de unde să o apucăm. Well, that's great. Can you give us some more examples about how you are organized as a research entity? Because you are very, very well connected with the market, as I think, and you have a lot of research interests, not only on cyber, not only on AI. Can we get some inspiration from you?
Yes, I think we have a lot of collaboration internationally and also locally, especially with the universities and also with the public bodies. Like we have a digital identity. This is a very big group in our center. There is a big group working on the digital identity, and also we have a digital industry group. They are working especially on agriculture, robotics, agriculture sides, and I believe one of the best examples so far I can say that they are investing heavily on PhD students. We have a lot of scholarship for PhD students, and recently they launched another program that is called the technology development. So you see, our institute is developing in-house technology, in-house skill set for the researcher to retain. Because I mean, if I am working for this organization for 3 to 4 years, so I understand their culture, I understand everything, I am in the system. So now the other thing is how they can retain the talent in their company. So now they develop a talent development program. So in this way you will learn all these things, you are upgraded, and new projects are coming, because we have almost a lot of European projects, we have a local project, and we also have something like university collaboration. Like in my center, my boss, he is also a professor, so he knows what's going on in universities and what we need to develop. So it's like a very, very hybrid model, academia, research, and real time. So it's a very, very competitive, very, very well connected, and very, very well organized. One of the best European research center so far I have, and I mean they are also taking care of diversity. They are taking care of to hire people not only from specifically Italy. They hire from other countries. Like I am from Pakistan, I finished my PhD in Italy, I start working there. I have some colleagues from Iran. So we have very developed community, diverse community during PhD. Also they have other thing is like they are very connected with their local schools. You know, my colleagues, they are teaching at school level. They are PhD, they are expert, and they are teaching at school level. It means, as I mentioned, 3 ways to secure our nation, our everything we want to secure, to create awareness. So they create awareness, and they are also organizing summer school for their students.
Foarte bun exemplu. Ne-ai povestit acum despre cum se organizează Institutul Bruno Kessler, unul dintre cele mai bune institute de cercetare din Europa, inclusiv prin a crea un climat de dezvoltare profesională pentru cercetători, prin a-i expune către universități, dar în același timp și prin a-i implica în a crea conștientizarea tehnologiei prin cursuri pe care le țin în școli. So we just have, I think, 2 minutes out of this very interesting discussion, and I would love to leave the audience with only one idea that is relevant for you and the future of work and everything we discussed today.
So I think we need to adopt. We don't need to be afraid. We need to adopt, and we need to grow.
Ok. Mulțumim foarte mult. Thank you, Mohammad. Am fost aici împreună cu Mohammad Imran, cercetător la Institutul Bruno Kessler din Italia. Și vă las aici cu ceea ce ne-a povestit. Nu trebuie să ne fie teamă de tehnologie, trebuie să investim în a învăța despre ea și trebuie să adoptăm tehnologia, pentru că e în ajutorul nostru. Sunt Cristina Baghiu, o nouă emisiune reușită, IT Zone, și ne revedem data viitoare. Până atunci urmăriți-ne pe canalele noastre de social media, pe YouTube și, bineînțeles, în fiecare joi seară la emisiunea IT Zone la Teleem. Vă mulțumesc!